Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus. We're gonna play Mono Blue Devotion and Pioneer. All right. Yeah, I know I normally don't ask for this at the beginning of the video, but yeah, you know what? Could you like and subscribe and comment in this? I really appreciate when everybody does that, and I try my best to interact with everybody in the comments. So any questions, alternate lines that you think that I should take, all of that stuff, I'm totally down to discuss and love to hear what you have to say about it. And I know I don't promote it myself as much as I should, but I'm trying to remember to do this more often. So just yeah, I really appreciate it when you guys check this out. So yeah, definitely do that. All right, so we're gonna run the same main deck as last time. The only change I'm gonna make in the sideboard for now is I'm gonna put two unsubstantiates in at the recommendation of one of our previous opponents. I cut one Disallow and a Sorcerous Spyglass to make room for two of these because they're going to be very good against Supreme Verdict. So let's see if they're good there. And I mean, it's also like an unsummon effect that you can bring in against other decks that are like creature based, which maybe like mono black or the black white planeswalker deck. We might want this card because maybe they turn Gideon into a creature and attack with it. Well, we can actually bounce it, and that's a pretty huge tempo swing. So this can be brought in a lot of matches, and I'm interested to try this card to see how it works. We don't have to worry about Oko anymore. Oko got nuked from outer space, so yeah, that's his third format that he's banned in now because it's Standard, Brawl, and Pioneer. He's gone. So we'll see. There is a reality in which he does not survive Modern and or Legacy at some point, but I don't think we're there yet. Um, Yeah, also Nexus of Fate is gone too, which that kind of sucks because I think that's a deck that we're pretty good against, but whatever. I'm happy to have Oko leave because that means these cards are a hell of a lot better when we don't have to worry about them becoming Elks. So, sounds good to me. Alright, let's just jam this and see how it does. Pioneer League. Come on. Play points. Yep. Oh my god, 28 trophies. Like, oh, that is impressive. But it looks like he stopped like a week ago. That's interesting. December 9th. What a champion. There's good old Mick Winsauce. He's always high on these leaderboards, too. I don't play enough in order to do this, but we'll get there eventually. Come on, join the match. I want to play. Okay, well, I guess we're going back into the queue? Okay, that was weird. Yeah. I love how quickly it goes from 28 to like 14, where he has like twice as many as like, the other people that are not in the top 10. That's an insane amount. Like, congratulations. Like, hasn't even been playing for 9 days. Whereas, like, this person has 21. They just played a league today, getting one. So, this hand seems fine. We can keep it. They mulled to 5. Okay, that's a good sign. Did I just say okay? All right, I promise I am not Canadian. I I think that yeah, I don't know, no sorry or anything like that. I just can't speak apparently. Island on top. We will put one in the bottom, and I think I'm gonna put this one on top. So we're up against vampires, so I think we do probably want to play Master of Waves on curve if we can. What the fuck is going on? Sorry. I'm gonna play a Witching Well here. Island Temptation. Let's go on top and on top. And pass. And we might just play like Borrower or Wizard's Retort next turn. You're stuck in 2 lands, that's a good sign. Alright, well, then we'll just play Tempest and start attacking him for a bajillion. Clearly has nothing going on. So, I think, yeah, I'm just going to jam Master Waves. Like, that's going to be soul-crushing. We also have Brazen Borrower. Those tokens are not going to do dink. Oh, no, well, you know what? No, it's fine. We have Brazen Borrower. We can bounce that at their end step. So now, if he attacks, I can actually just bounce this thing and just counterattack for super lethal. And this token's not going to mean anything. Like, this is a very dangerous... So I guess they're just playing, like, green-white tokens. That seems to be the theme here. You're going to try to Tribunal my Tempest in? They are going to get a bunch of tokens with this, so we need to really protect the Master Waves. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just take it. I think they're just dead now. They can block a token, and then they take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I think they're just dead. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they can block 2 things, but it doesn't matter because we attacked for lethal. They were on a mold of 5, so it wasn't super good for them. However, these Ratchet Bombs are going to be great against their tokens. Tidebinder Mage also might be okay because they're green-white tokens. Honestly, a lot of our deck looks like it's pretty good against them, so the flyers are all fine. There's not very much I want to take out, to be honest. Maybe the Wizard's Retorts. These might not be as good. I don't know. On some, they might also be like decent too, though. Do I? They may have stuff like Declaration in Stone. Master of Waves is just really good at stabilizing. You have Storm Tamers to protect. Like, we have a lot of flyers, and Harbinger seems fine here, but maybe... I'm not sure if Harbinger is better or worse than Tidebinder in this case. Because, you know what? Maybe Merfolk Trickster is actually not that good here. Tidebinder might be better than Trickster. So I guess the question is, do I want counterspells, or like, do I want the rest of this stuff? I think I'm just gonna run it like this. Like, do I? Yeah, the Ratchet Bomb seems like it. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need the counterspells to protect the Ratchet Bomb from stuff like Conclave Tribunal. The Cloud, like, they don't seem to have a lot of flyers, so Cloudfin might get pretty good too. Yeah, this is pretty tough. Do I want this card? Because this can be very good. You know what? I'm going to keep the counter spells. So what do I take out here? Like Thassa seems fine, and Master of Waves also seems fine. I guess I'll take out like a Witching Well and maybe one counter spell. You don't want to rely too heavily on these with Voice of Resurgence being a thing. Alright, I'll try it like this and see how it goes. And I think that we should be pretty good against this match. We have a lot of very strong cards, a pretty proactive plan. This hand seems fine. I'll keep it. It has a pretty good curve, like a nice 2 into 3. Prefer not to see more lands, but you know what? We don't get to choose all of our draws. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to Tidebinder it down now. Actually, if I play Cloudfin now, then I get to attack with no. I don't want to waste Harbinger of the Tides next turn, though. So I could play Harbinger this turn. No, I'm going to play the Cloudfin first, because I think that just evolving this quickly is a good way to win this game. I can afford to take a hit or two off of a Voice of Resurgence, so... But flying creatures are very strong. See, like, this is fine. When it dies, it's not going to die. Chef at Dunes is a pretty awesome card. Huh, yeah, this is a thing. You know what, I'm not really worried about Gideon, though. He has a Knight token, that's fine, but... I could just bounce it. But if... None of these options, like, are really that great. And he could still have something like Conclave Tribunal in his hand. The token does not have Vigilance. Yeah, but this is going to give him a token, though. Could just play Harbinger of the Tides and then Brazen Borrower and bounce this thing. So it doesn't get to attack next turn. Then he doesn't get any tokens with this either, and I can just attack him for 2 in the air. That's not a bad plan. He's not really getting through in the ground, so... You know what? It actually might be worth just bouncing this thing here. Because he can't play both things next turn. Yeah, play Voice. You can play Conclave Tribunal. You're going to play Loxodon. That's not even that big a deal. Yeah, I think we just... So, this is an interesting choice. I think I'm going to play the Tempest Shin here. Attack. It's because the Jin's like a huge threat that he has to deal with, or otherwise this kills him. And like, I can just follow it up with another one next turn. Okay, so he can exile the Jin. But this is also going to quickly become a problem too. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we have Jin plus Borrower next turn. Still not bad. Can trade this with this, take 4. It's going to be difficult to block that, though. I can trade both of these with this thing, take 3, and then this can block that next turn. It's not bad. Well, this just is beautiful. I can save this for right now, because that can be flashed in at some point. Yeah, I might be bouncing that thing. If I play Master of Waves, how many tokens do I get? I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This thing can basically never attack, though, so that's worth it. Maybe I'll just play Harbinger here, and then play Master of Waves. No, attacks don't make sense. And if we bounce this thing, he's, like, very close to dead. That doesn't really do anything. You can play Gideon, though. But we have chump blockers for days because of this. Like, this attacking does not seem wise, because you attack me for 5, but I'm also attacking you back for way more than that. You can make a token with Gideon, that's okay. There's still a ton of draws that we have that, like, totally wreck his day, too. Yep, that's fine. There's no cards. Okay, well, that's dumb. So let's see. You could block one of these, gain 5 life, but, like, that's still 7 times 3. It's 21 damage. So how many can you block? I think that it's still probably worth it. I am not concerned about Gideon in the slightest. Yeah. No, you have to block a lot of things or you're dead. Because even in this case, they're still threatening to attack with all of these next turn, so they're losing a ton of their board. Okay. Like, this is not winning for him at all. Like, next turn we can just, like, attack with all the tokens and he's dead. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Well, we easily crushed it because double Master of Waves just absolutely decimated him, so. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how I figured that would go. Like, their go-wide plan is not nearly as good as ours, and once they don't have any removal left for something like Master, then you just kill them. So, okay, that's a good start to this league. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, we're on the draw again. What's our hands look like here? This is fine. We have actually, I think not only is this fine, I think this is pretty decent. Well, Trickster into Temptation is a pretty strong start. Emerald to 6, that's great. Mult to 5, oh. Thassa is looking out for us today. I'm gonna be honest, like, I love this Tempest Jin in this deck too. Like, Jin is so freaking strong. It attacks for like 1,000,000. Oh, okay, is this the ramp deck? Okay, well, these Tempest Shins are going to be absolutely crushing then. Let's put on top and then put on top. We do want both of those. The Storm Tamer is going to protect the Tempest Shin. He's only on 5 cards, so he might not even have another land to play. And if he does, like, I don't know, it seems unlikely that this is enough. Like, with 3 cards left and having to face down both of these with protection, like, he's got to have something very good in order to fight this. So I'm trying to think, like, what does this deck do? Like, Field of the Dead is not a legal card in this format, I don't think, right? I think I'm going to double check that. I'm pretty sure that it's banned in this. So I'm not sure exactly what the plan is. Elfish Rejuvenator. Yeah, Field of the Dead is in fact banned, so... you know what? Maybe this is the mono green ramp deck where they're going to play, like... They are going to play, what is it? Like the Ugin and Walking Ballista and stuff like that. Alright, so if they have, like, Walking Ballista, that's pretty bad. Let's hope they attack with Rejuvenator. Beautiful. Eat it. Declare attacks first. He only has 1 card in hand, and I doubt that it's going to kill the Jhin. Okay, so this is like mono green ramp with like Ugin and what in it, so let's just put as much pressure on him as possible. There's 2 cards in hands, like maybe they can't cast any of them. Spatial Contortion on that, yeah, that's great. Let's attack first. Probably block here, right? No? Interesting. So we are attacking for 12 next turn. And we can even trickster this thing down so we can't block. Well, that's just stupid. Okay, good luck, opponent. You are facing down like an infinite amount of damage. Okay. So they just mulled to 5 and did not have anything. The ramp deck kind of got stuck here. So, against the ramp deck, I think we want... Does Tidebinder Mage really do anything? Maybe, maybe not. Probably, like, disallow... Maybe... Well, I don't know if I wanted this, because... If they get something like Ugin in play, we're probably in a lot of trouble. They also have, like, what, well, yeah, Ugin, Olamog, maybe Emrakul, Walking Ballistas. So Sorcerer's Spyglass seems like that's a reasonable card. Oh, you know what? They also have stuff, fuck, what's it called? Come on, I know this one. So this, yeah, the problem is that the Spyglass is not perfect because of, World Breaker, so yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, there's not much we can really do about that. So what is not good against this deck? Generally, I don't think Master Waves is very good against this deck. I mean, it obviously, like, looked pretty strong there, but It's pretty weak to stuff like Spatial Contortion and Walking Ballista. Harbinger and Trickster both seem like they're fine. Brazen Borrower is fine. Honestly, flying creatures just seem useful in general. You could make a pretty decent argument for Unsubstantiate. What would I cut for that? Probably a Witching Well and something else. This card could be good. It's like a fog sometimes if they cast like a giant spell. Preferably one that does not have a cast trigger to it. The Tidebinder Mage you could also bring in. Actually, maybe we should bring it in instead of Harbinger. Well, the thing is, like, Harbinger can bounce the Eldrazi's. I guess Tidebinder taps down their blocker, so... Merfolk Trickster also helps push through damage. I'm gonna cut one more card. Uh, 17 seconds. Come on, think. I guess... You know what? I'm gonna cut one Siren Storm Tamer. No, Trickster. Sorry, I'm gonna cut one of those. Fuck, that's terribly hard, but I think that's fine. Alright. This hand looks fine. We've got like a pretty decent curve to it and some protection for what's going on. They did not start with a green mana, so that's interesting. Castle, that's fine. So I don't know, it's going to be tough whether I want to play. I think maybe I play Thassa first. Or do I just hold up, like, Disallow? Let's see. Alright, I'm going to play it right now. But then next turn I think I might hold this up. I want to get this out like while I can still scry more counterspells to the top before they can do anything truly stupid. Okay, that's neat. That card's actually fun because we can play that and hold up a counterspell. So I'm going to put it on top. Yeah, absolutely not. Definitely on the bottom. That's pretty good. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. So the options are yeah, it's not going to matter, so... Because I'm going to make Thassa unblockable, so I can get in for more damage. Because now he's just like dead next turn unless he can do something pretty unfair right now. Oblivion Sower, I don't think that's going to do anything. What were the cards like you exiled? I think you're just dead here, right? Yeah, they're pretty... Alright. Oh, you just conceded. Alright, well, yeah, we absolutely crushed Mono Green here. Alright, well, this is a good start to this league. Well, are we playing against the same person? Nope, different person. Alright, well, We're on the draw for a third time in a row, so such is life. But so far, so good. Mono Blue is looking pretty strong right now. This is probably where we get matched up with, like, the black-white, you know, removal control deck. Or, like, mono-black aggro. Like, that would be pretty tough, I think. Alright. Our opponents have not been keeping terribly good hands, though, so that's worth noting. This hand looks fine. We can slow them down and still deploy out a bunch of powerful threats. I'm willing to keep this. This is a hand that has at least 2 really powerful cards and tempo. Oh, fucking goddamn. Alright, so either Aristocrats or this could also be, the control deck again. Yeah, that's not good. Sign in Blood, that looks very much to me like they're playing the control deck. Which means I don't know if I have much faith that these things are going to live. We're going to have to keep this up because Gideon might be coming. Please don't be Liliana. Oath of Kaya. 3 damage to any target. You gain 3 life. Yeah, that's rough. Okay. I mean, they're going to Lightning Helix us. Let's get our Trickster out. I'm going to play that now because I can play this for 2 mana or I can deploy another Trickster. And I'm probably only countering a Planeswalker. If they just use spot removal on something, I'm not interested in that. Okay, that's fine. You can use it as removal. Not a big deal. Yeah. That's not a sign of strength on their part. Do you have another land? Okay, no, you have another temple, so that's fine. Scryed a card to the bottom, so that's not a bad sign for us. Let's attack, I guess. I don't want to play Tempest Jin just yet. I would like to be able to counter something with this first. Okay, well I have no choice but to counter that. Because they can exile any of our important stuff and know what we have. Fucking hell, you have 3 of these? That's still not bad, though, because if that's what they have in their hand, then maybe that's fine. Alright, we'll play the Jin here. So it lets us keep the pressure on. And then maybe if we can draw another land, Master Waves might just crush them. Sure. Terrarion, what the hell is this all about? That is a really weird card to be in this deck, so like, I feel like bad things might happen to us. Alright, well, I'm going to play Master first because it's going to trigger Evolve in this, so we get extra damage in. Alright. And if we untap with Master, they're just dead, so this does force them to do something here. But I'm curious what's going on now, because like this Terrarion makes me think that there's something truly ridiculous about to happen. No, he just had nothing, okay. So what the hell plays Terrarion in, like, Oath of Kaya? This has to be some kind... Is this like a 3-color control deck of some kind? I don't know. But I feel like I want the disallows here. Seems relevant. I don't know if I really believe in Master of Waves, to be honest. Like, they have Oath of Kayas that can just kill it. I think I'm going to bring in Spyglass. Oath of Kaya makes me feel like they probably have some kind of Planeswalker threat, and I really want to be able to Spyglass it. And same thing with, like, Terrarion. Like, if they're playing that card in their deck, then there's something particularly strong, I think, that they're trying to color fix for, maybe, or... I don't know. It's a card that I think you play with stuff that Spyglass is probably good against, so... I don't know, maybe it lets them do some ridiculous thing like Splash Red for Chandra, like Awakened Inferno or something. Who knows? But I think this is probably fine. Like, against these decks, the only thing that's really weak is this, because they obviously have tons of ways to kill it, but everything else just seems like it's okay. We haven't seen any red or green stuff, so I don't really want Tidebinder, and I don't know if I really want this until I have a better idea of what they're doing. Same thing with this, like, I don't really know that we want this yet. There's a chance we could bring in Unsubstantiate. If they're tapping out for something really big and scary, then maybe that card's fine. This hand is our first terrible hand so far. This is keepable, I guess, but, like, just barely. I guess we're going to put Disallow on the bottom. We're going to go turn 1 Witching Well, so because we got to scry more lands to the top. Never. Okay, so you know what? We might not want to do that now. I think because we drew a land, we're actually safe to not play this turn. Because now we can hold up Wizard's Retort next turn if they don't kill this thing. Okay, that's fine. Probably Tempest. Like, this is the strongest card we have against. Either that, maybe the Wizard's Retort. They could be worried that we're going to counter their big plan. I think, depending on what their hand looks like... They took Merfolk Trickster? What? I have no idea what's going on here now. This is ridiculous. Okay. I'll play the Witching Well, and then I'll have this if they want to Thoughtseize us again. Harbinger can go on the bottom, but we want this land on top so we can get Jhin out. And then I'll sacrifice the Storm Tamer to counter a Thoughtseize if they try to go after the Jhin. This looks similar to like the black-white mid-range deck we played. Jeez, I guess if you have 3 Thoughtseize, you have 3 Thoughtseize. What am I going to do about that? Nothing, I guess. On the plus side, though, you're not resolving a card anytime soon. They took the counterspell. That's interesting. Alright, well, here's to hoping you can't get rid of this. They have the castle in play, so like they can start drawing cards if they need to, but this hopefully will pressure their life total so they don't have card advantage. But maybe they just have removal for this, like Grasp of Darkness. Swift End, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna play Spyglass, and if they don't... Trial of Ambition, What is going... Is this like... Okay, so wait, maybe this is like an Enchantress deck. Does it have like Starfield of Nyx? That could be. You know what? That would be really sick if they did have that. So Oath, Trial, and we're gonna name the castle. All right. Pass, I guess. Yeah. You can play Murderous Rider, I guess. I guess I'm just casting Harbinger. Yeah, they're gonna make us sacrifice creatures, so we may as well force them to use their removal. Thassa's gonna help us out a lot. We can start top decking better. I might even choose to top deck a land so I can draw 2 cards with this. I'm gonna put that on top. Pass. If they go after us with Shambling Vent again, I can just Harbinger it back to their hand. Yeah, this was not going to work out for them the way they wanted it to. He has been drawing like cards, so now we're just kind of hoping that we can out top deck him. This seems pretty good. If I put this in play, Thassa actually wakes up. Just keeps up the pressure. Like, that lets us race these things, I think. I think right now he can either attack with Vent or play Trial to make us sacrifice Harbinger. We're just looking to keep top decking more creatures. Did you... Alright, yeah, that's fine. You drew enough. You had that still. We knew about that, so... Okay, what do we got? That's not really what I want to see right now. I guess. Yeah, we're getting hit for a bunch here. I think I do put a land on... Or actually, that's fine. We want that on top. Because I can surprise Flash and Trickster, tap down the Shambling Vent. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Okay. I think, what, I just crack in here for 10, right? We can outrace this. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really want to bounce any of their things, so I'm just going to play this as a 3/1 flyer. Oh, that's beautiful. Murderous Rider, I mean, I'm not super happy about it, but, they can Murderous Rider and kill our Borrower. But it does slow them down and gives us a chance to try to draw out of this. Yep. We can just play it now. So we have 2 turns in order to find something to deal with that. It's not really what I want right now. Didn't I just scry that to the bottom specifically to avoid this? No blocks. If he draws another Kaya's Wrath, then we're gonna, or Oath of Kaya, then we're dead. So, all right. No. That's what I want to see. I don't think it's worth the extra 1 damage to attack with that right now. Because if we attack with this and he has like a Grasp of Darkness, we lose to it. Okay, that's a good sign. His attacks are not very good. Now we still kill him next turn with Thassa and Jin anyway. So yeah, there was no need to attack with this because he's still going to die. Unless he can do something here, like he's dead. He can attack with this, gain 2 life, but then we're still attacking for 12 damage, so... And he's not going to be able to block. Okay. Well, if he had this, then I would already be dead, so... I guess if I just block here, he goes to 11 and we still kill him, right? Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We got to find something to wake up Thassa with, though. Not that. Okay, that's beautiful. We win. I just didn't want to risk. I think the sitting back on the Jin is fine, and we have 2 draws to find something for her. And now this just kills him. He has to use... Or if he had Grasp of Darkness, I feel like he would have did it before. I don't think it was worth playing around it. So, alright, well, that's interesting. So that was some kind of enchantment control deck, it seems. I'm going to have to look up what that list really looks like. But so far, this is a really strong start to a league. We haven't started out this strong in a while, so... Mono Blue just steamrolling people today. That's great. 3 2-0s in a row. So let's see if we can keep it going. And these matches are going quick. We're only at 50 minutes in, and we're at round 4 already. So that's amazing. Yeah, so that means we're at about like 17-minute matches. Whereas normally I think we're closer to like 25-ish for this, I want to say. Yeah, sounds about right. So yeah, beep beep pain train coming through. I'm curious what that deck looked like though. It's got to have some cool spice in it. Alright, let's see if we can keep this going. We're on the play this time, that's great. This is disappointing, but that's definitely a mulligan. 2 Master Waves and 4 lands is a mull, but this is a keep. We put a land on the bottom, and then we're absolutely fine here. So we still got a strong curve with Tempest Jinn being a very powerful card. They mulled to 6, that's great. Then hopefully they'll mull again. Alright, what do we got? Cloudfin Raptor, Harbinger of the Tides. I think I'm gonna go top. It's fine if we don't draw lands for a few turns, because we'll be able to cast anything that we want to cast for a little while. Ooh, okay, so here, however, I'm probably going to just tap this in their upkeep with Trickster, and then next turn I'll deploy Raptor plus Harbinger. Pass. Let's just keep them off of casting something big and scary. Like, this could be Elves, so if it is, I don't want to allow them turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion. Could also be Hardened Scales. Burning Tree, okay, so this maybe some kind of like Bushwhacker deck. So we play Cloudfin first. We'll attack. There's no reason not to. Yes, I would love to. This is working out pretty well, because next turn we can play Jhin, this gets bigger, and we have a pretty solid board. We've deployed all of our cards. Our opponent still has 6 cards in hand that they've been unable to get out, even with Burning Tree, so the tempo plan is working pretty well right now. They might be stuck in 2 mana too, that would be great. Yeah, I think we just, again, attack. So if we pressure their life total a lot, it's going to really help us close out the game. And like right now, we have a 2-turn clock in the air. So, okay, so this looks like a green Devotion deck. We have not played against this deck yet, so this is going to be interesting to see what they can do with it. 5. So what do you have for 5 mana? Like, anything I need to be concerned about, or are you just going to die to these 2? They could have, like, Shifting Ceratops in their deck. That might be a sideboard card for them, though. I'm assuming they have Leyline of Abundance. What are the payoff cards? I think there's, like, Garruk. Voracious Hydra is actually really sick. I think they have no choice but to double the counters on it, because... Oh, you want to fight that? That's fine. That is not a concern to me at all. That thing is not attacking me, so... That's just beautiful. Right, this thing does not have reach, so we can just attack. And Brazen Borrower, even if they play another Hydra, we can just bounce it and then it won't kill off our flyers. So they're dead right now. That's, I don't know what you can have, but it's got to be pretty good this turn in order to beat this. So we have the interaction. I like this card. This card is very strong. I'm happy to see that it's getting played. I remember when this deck originally was in Theros Standard, it was, yeah, the deck was playing Genesis Hydra in it, which is really cool. I don't know if Genesis Hydra works right in MTGO, though. I know it was bugged for a very long time where you didn't actually get to cast cards with it. I don't think this is actually going to do anything. I'm pretty sure you're still just dead to these. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but it seems like a losing proposition. You can't fight this in any way. Yeah, like, if you put anything into play that can block, I'm just going to bounce it, so you don't have enough to kill me. And if by some miracle you did find some way to, like, kill me, Okay, that's not going to work either, because as soon as you do this, I'm just going to bounce the creature. Yeah. Yep, there we go. So, stole game 1 against Green Devotion. So this is a deck where Tidebinder Mage is going to be freaking awesome. And I think we might want this card here. Let's see. Master Waves also seems fine against them. Honestly, most of these cards seem pretty good. Like, again, it's going to be hard to say what we want to take out. The Hydra does have Trample, so maybe Master is not really the plan here. Trickster, Harbinger, and Tidebinder are all great. Trying to think. This might be just vulnerable, though, because like they're going to get really big and beefy on the ground. Probably want something like Spyglass and Disallow. We still have to take out 4 cards. You know what? The Harbingers maybe are not as good here. I think this is fine. Do I want... Well, we also cut all of the 4-drops, so I could cut like a Witching Well and an Island and then maybe just bring in these 2. It still leaves us with 21 mana on a curve that goes to 3 instead of one that goes to 4. That might be a little greedy, but I think I'm willing to try it. Press our luck. We'll see. Maybe Unsubstantiate can just blow them out. If they go for a turn where they need to cast like Nisa or something, just bouncing it seems strong. This hand seems like it's actually really good too, because we can go Siren Storm Tamer into like either Tidebinder or hold up a counterspell. Yeah. Yeah, we're countering stuff for days. Okay. Scavenging Ooze. So they might be actually casting something scary next turn. So I think here I just hold up a counterspell. And then at some point we'll Tidebinder the Ooze down. Okay. So you're going to play like a Hydra now? You're not netting any mana yet. You'd have to play another creature first. Okay. No, this is worth countering, because that's card advantage. Same deal here, except this time we're going to bounce something at the end of their turn if they don't do anything. Sure. No, we're gonna just... Actually, no, we're pretty safe to just bounce it here because they're not cast. I mean, they could recast an Ooze, that's fine, but I just want to... We can save ourselves 2 damage here. Because clearly if they had another giant threat, they would have used it. And now they don't have any good attacks. If we can draw another island, then we probably have this game close to locked up. Because we can play Tidebinder and play Wizard's Retort in the same turn. Okay. Uh-oh. They draw something. Yeah, they drew something bad. That's, again, not the worst, though, because we still have Tidebinder Mage for it, so... What are they going to fight? Or they're just going to double it. That's fine, too. So I don't... Like, the chances that they're going to find anything relevant here that they can kill off this, I think it's worth playing the Cloudfin Raptor first and then just Tidebinder it down. So we just need to draw some lands, I think. Because I need them to draw like a land for one turn. Yeah, okay, so now we're pretty close to just like locking them out here. Their only good attack is with this Scavenging Ooze, and like that's not going to race us. We have 2 counter spells to sit on. I don't even need to do that. So if they don't do anything again, I can just Brazen Borrower at end of turn. Evolves this thing, then yeah, we're winning this race. So them casting anything relevant is just getting countered. No. Get that shit out of here. They might just use the desert this turn. There's no creatures in the graveyard. The only thing you can do is this. Which, that gets them in for like a turn. Yeah, that makes sense. No, we're taking that this turn. Again, I'm not really feeling like I'm under any pressure to do anything. Actually, I could have played the Spyglass, but I'd rather be able to flash this in. Burning Tree, okay, now I actually have to think about that. I think I may actually need to counter that. No, maybe I'm okay, though. Because I can still block with, like, Tidebinder and then Tempest in. So that's actually difficult here. So they have Burning Tree, which means next turn they go attack, attack, and probably attack with this too. So I can trade the Tidebinder locking this one down with this thing, and then use Tempest in to block this thing, and then take 2 from that, and then block that. I think that, or if I counter this now, like, is it worth it? Because Tempest in can block this, this can block here, that can block there. Where, yeah, I could take one of them to the face, like... I guess it depends. Do I want to play this next turn? So if I tap out next turn, then... that's tough. Alright, so if I let this resolve, Jin is going to block this thing, and then I have to block one of these things, and I could take 2. No, there's creatures in the graveyard, so actually, no, I can't. So, you can make the Scavenging Ooze a 3/3. Okay, so that's actually a pain in the ass. I think I do need to counter this, because I really want to play Sorcerous Spyglass and Tempest in so I can keep that as being a 3/3. Because if that gets to be 4 power, it's going to be hard to deal with. Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's going to be 4 power anyway. Alright, well... Alright. It's a little bit late, but... The Jhin can still block that thing, so... Alright, so I guess... What do I name, like, if with Sorcerous Spyglass if they... Because I think the Jhin's going to have to block this thing. Or, I mean, I could chump block, actually. That's not the worst option either. I'm also at the point where maybe the Siren Storm Tamer can just block this Elfish Mystic. And hit him for 6. So definitely this. Definitely this. Question is, do I want... The Jhin is going to have to block here, so the question is, do I want to trade the Storm Tamer with this? I can either get in for 5 damage, or I can attack with this, and then if he attacks that... I don't even have to block that, though. I could do this. Then his attack with this is free. I have to trade here. Attack for 7 seems like it's not bad. Alright, player Spyglass. We'll name Scavenging Ooze so that way he's not going to be able to gain any life with the other one. Sure. Alright, pass. Hopefully he did not top deck anything super good. So he has like another Hydra, or he has some way to get rid of this, then I'm fucked. Yeah, I have to do this. Alright, please have drawn a land. Alright, actually that's fine. Oh, that's not bad either. Okay. So attack for 3, or I can does it matter? No, we can attack for 3 here because I can just flash this in and attack for 6 flying next turn. This is safe. So I think I just use this, right? Because I can't recast it, so. And that should do it. Jesus. Wow, this league is fucking amazing. We got to see all of the cards do really cool stuff. Yep, okay, there we go. Holy shit. So we are actually playing for a perfect 5-0. Oh god, no, I don't need this kind of pressure. Oh my god. We are 8-0 so far in this league. That is insane. Oh, fuck. My heart is going a mile a minute right now. I can't believe that this is happening. But this is where I fall apart normally. Every time we get this far, this is like where everything goes to shit. Come on, we're 2 games away from this. We can do this. We'll get it. We got to see Unsubstantiate do something. That was great. Look like a freaking genius. Alright, well, no matter how this last match turns out, I'm pretty pleased with how this league has gone so far. Like, this is possibly, like, the best league that we've ever done on here. We're all very clean victories, I think. Alright. And we were on the draw 3 out of 4 times. That's also worth noting. Yeah, so that means something, I think. Mono Blue can definitely put up results. I don't know if I would say it's the best deck in this format, but it's definitely very strong. Anybody who's not prepared for it is going to get crushed by it. And I'm glad that Cloudfin Raptor is also pulling its weight too. Like, just being able, like, a 2 or 3 power flyer has like been ridiculously good for us. All right, let's do this. All right, well, we're going to be on the draw for this last one, and this looks like a pretty good hand to keep. I think we're going to keep it. We go Storm Tamer, and then one of these two, and then probably play this, and then turn 4 play that. So, all right. Well, they kept 7 cards in hand, so Shivan Reef. Okay, so maybe this is Phoenix? Okay, well, if it's Phoenix, that's very good for us. And it looks like it might be. Which means, yeah, Thing in the Ice is definitely going to get bounced with this, probably. Young Pyromancer, okay. Interesting. I think I'm probably going to let it attack or make some tokens and attack at least once because next turn I want to be able to counter it when they play it again. Or maybe I just ignore it. I could just bounce it now, force him. That's not a terrible line either. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Let's do this now and just play the tempo game because playing the tempo game is really good against them. And then we can get to a point where we just play Master Waves and like beat them that way. Sure, you can make a token, that's fine. That's definitely fine too. Okay, so here I think I'm just going to play Witching Well and Harbinger of the Tides. We want that on the bottom, and I want that on the bottom. You can just block a token, and then it's just more devotion for Master. Because once we resolve Master, then Pyromancer can basically never attack again. Opt, okay. They can make a bunch of tokens, but we're also going to make a bunch of tokens. This looks like this still might be a Phoenix deck. Is it Charm? Oh, that sucks. But I think we're still playing Master of Waves anyway. Yeah, we just need them to not be able to effectively attack. That's fine. Master's going to hold the fort here, because anything they throw into it's going to die. They might just try to go around it, so... I could block this. Do I block this or not? It actually might give them another target for their removal. Yeah, I'm going to block it. It's not like it's devotion for us, so that's very good. And we can even protect it. Pass. No, we don't need to attack here. Their attacks are very bad, and ours are pretty good. They can make 2 tokens with every spell they cast, but at the same time, then both of their things are going to die. We really want another Master of Waves. If we can get another Master with the Djinn on the board, then we can easily beat these things. The Djinn can also easily race them too. But this also keeps Pyromancer from attacking, which is nice. Treasure Cruise. I'm not letting them draw 3 cards. So let's see. We have a 3, so 9. We might have them on a 2-turn clock. It's not terrible. So let's see, I could attack for 7 and then next turn attack for 7 again. What happens if they find a removal spell for Djinn? Go to 5. Is there any way I can attack? If I find another creature to evolve this, I could actually, so... I think this wins in 2 turns, so I'm willing to try this. And I'll do this before they can counter it. I think just trying to kill them before they can kill us is the winning plan here. So they can attack for 7, 9, 11. But we can also block a token with the Raptor now. And they have to kill the Tempest Djinn. And then they also probably have to kill the Brazen Borrower too. So if they don't and we find a mana bear, or if we find anything with 2 power, then we can play it with this. There's also the option to crack this and draw 2 cards and maybe find a tempo bear off of that, so... Like, any creature with 2 power or more makes Cloudfin lethal. Okay, yeah, so they do have to kill that, but what's your plan for not dying to this? So let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I just block one of these. I don't think they have a plan. Oh, they have petty theft, never mind. Alright, well now we need like Master of Waves. Now this is actually gonna be hard. I can play both of these things. But the question is, can we not die? So we can take 5 of these to the face, which means we need to be able to block or deal with 5 of them somehow. Damn it! Okay, so is there any other way to do this? So we have 4 block, so we can deal with 5 things, right? Can take 5 tokens. That's not good enough. No, we can take 5 tokens to the face, so these 5, so then they have 10 right now, so they have, so we have to deal with 7 creatures, and we only have 4 to do it with. So we can block 3 and bounce 1. So right now we can take those 5, block these 4, but now we're still dead. I guess here we just... Damn it, they're at 6. We are 1 short of killing them. That sucks. Alright, let's just hope they, like, make a mistake. Let's hope that for some reason they don't attack. But that's frustrating. Like, I don't know if there was a better way to do that. We're gonna lose game 1 to this deck because they had double Pyromancers and, like, enough removal. Alright, you got it. No, yeah, I want to concede. That was close. I don't think there was really much we could do about that. It sucked. Let's see. Against this deck, I think we want Mystical Disputes and Tidebinder Mages. Actually, no. You know what? Tidebinder's not what we want. Ratchet Bomb. So this is a young Pyromancer deck. You know what? They could have Phoenixes in their deck. That's also a thing. So I'm going to say maybe Trickster is not... Well, they could also have Thing in the Ice in their deck, but Thing in the Ice is kind of a non-bo with Pyromancer. I think it's more likely that they have Arc-like Phoenix, so I'm going to operate in the assumption they have that. So I'm going to take out 5 cards. That's rough. I really like Master here. Maybe Thassa is actually not as good in this match. Because if they're going wide, Thassa going tall is only sort of okay. I like Brazen Borrower, and I think I like the rest of these. Take another Witching Well. I mean, it's also possible maybe the Storm Tamer is what comes out. You know what? No, but I want that so I can keep the Retort online. I don't know. This is rough. I think this is what I'm going to go with. I'm not 100% sure if this is right, but we're going to try. This hand is terrible. But you know what? I kept it and I shouldn't have kept it. That was a mistake. I mean, I guess it's sort of okay, but it's not. Like, if they go like turn 2 Pyromancer, I'm kind of in shit. The only thing that the Jhin and like the Dispute are sort of fine, but I think I should have mulliganed this hand. I think I just clicked wrong. This is it. This is what I'm saying. Like, our opponent definitely had a very good hand in the first game, and now we're gonna get super punished by it in this game. Like, by keeping this shitty hand. Like, our chances at 5-0 are slipping away. I guess this sort of is okay. No. I would rather save this for something more important. Yeah, you have Pyromancer. Hopefully we get to untap with it. Now this looks promising. Maybe not. If they have like 2 shocks, they'll probably just double shock it. No? Okay, well then I'm feeling a little bit better about this now. And of course we're just going to continue to draw lands, so let's see, what does our clock look like? So 4, then 5, and then 6? That's not very good. Theirs is looking probably... I can't afford to not attack, though, because they can just attack faster than me, so... At some point, I just have to do this and hope that we draw like Master of Waves. If they try to use Brazen Borrower, at least we can use Mystical Dispute on it. Fry. I can't counter it. Okay, well, we're dead. There's nothing I can do about that. So attacking definitely was the correct plan. But now we're just in poop because there's nothing we can do here. They are, however, playing around Merfolk Trickster, which I think is smart. Yep. Hopefully we can entice them into attacking with Pyromancer and then block it with Harbinger. Yeah, that's fine. I feel like I've thrown this game away. Draw 2, discard 2. Sure. This isn't card advantage, it's just fueling the graveyard for stuff like Treasure Cruise and fixing their hand. They still have 5 cards though, so Treasure Cruise might be imminent. We can bounce a token and block 1. Stop drawing us lands! We already drew like so many lands. This is always the most frustrating part of this game. Yeah, I can't really do anything about this. This Mystical Dispute is not going to be good enough against this deck. We really, really need Master of Waves. Honestly, pretty much any creature would help us stem the bleeding on this. Well, absolutely fucking knowing that. That thing will absolutely murder us. Come on, deck! We get punished so hard for this. We kept 5 lands and then drew 4 more. That's insane. Well, this is MTGO just saying that we don't... No. We don't get to win this game. That's just how it's going to be. I think if we mulliganed, this game could have possibly been a game, or like a real game, but... No, I think they won the first one pretty legitimately, but they have another crackling... Or that's even better. See, we knew that was in their deck. Yeah, that's gonna kill us. Their hand probably just has like a bunch of phoenixes in it. Sure. This feels like it's too little too late. Can we even afford to counter it, like, attack? We're taking 3 off of this thing. Like, I don't think we can afford to attack here. We have to, like, draw Tidebinder Mage to deal with this before it kills us. And we, like, or maybe a Tempest Shin would be fine. I don't know, something. Alright, well, we lose. We're dead. Alright, well, that sucks. That game was, like, just our shitty game. Like, to be fair, the first 4 rounds our opponents had, like, very... Like, they kept pretty poor hands, and, like, that was just a total misclick. I did not mean to click keep on that, and you know, instead of us being, at least having a chance, like, 4 of our, like, 6 draws for that game were just lands. No, maybe we had, like, 7 draws. But more, like, at least half of them were mana, and that was just, we super flooded. The first game was pretty close, but our opponent just like they had we had a good draw, but they had a great draw. I'm like, that just sucks. Maybe that's a reason where we might want something like rapid hybridization in the sideboard. That could be worth a few slots somewhere. I don't know if 4 Tidebinder Mage is necessarily like where we need to be. We didn't go up against blue-white control, but we got to see this do at least something. I think this card is fine. I don't know. I could see maybe cut like 2 Tidebinders and play like, or 1 or 2 of these, play like 1 or 2 hybridization and or reality shift. I think reality shift is actually worth a lot of, that's worth a lot in this format. It gives them a 2/2 that can potentially become something bigger. Where is it here? I know I own a copy of this, right? Yeah, here it is. Exile a creature, they manifest it. So the top card of their deck gets placed face down, and then if it's not like if it's a creature, I think, yeah, then they can pay its mana cost to flip it face up. So once in a while, maybe you manifest something that's slightly better, but you know, honestly, like, how often are you gonna randomly manifest something that's better than the 3/3? I mean, it's an instant speed. It also exile, so you can use it on, say, like an opposing Thassa or something like that, or an indestructible creature. Like if your opponent has like an Ulamog, you can actually exile it, and pretty much anything that they exile is not going to be better than that. So, and like rapid hybridization at 1 mana is also a fine card. I think there's room for it to experiment with either one. You'd have to look at the meta to see what's worth a little bit more. But I'm trying to think, like, if there might be some relevant like indestructible effects or something like that where maybe this is a little bit better. Giving them a 3/3 though is also like, because we're playing main deck stuff like Harbingers and Brazen Borrowers, like the 3/3 token doesn't usually matter very much. But the other thing is a card, so then if you actually bounce it, they have an extra card in their hand. So, I don't know. Like, hybridization is probably better, but maybe not. Who knows? I guess if you reality shift something like Walking Ballista, that would be pretty funny, because they can't manifest it, so... I think I'm pretty pleased. Like, this list felt like it was pretty good. I think the first game, the first game in match 5 was just kind of that was just kind of luck going our opponent's way. I think that we both had pretty good hands, but they just like had it slightly better at the end to like pull ahead with the double Pyromancers just in time. Like we had enough damage to put them to 1. So I don't know. Maybe I missed 1 damage somewhere earlier in that game, but I find it hard to imagine that I missed damage. I don't remember any scenario in which that I think I should have attacked and I didn't. I think I was pretty aggressive that game, so I don't know. We could only put them to 1 life and they could just kill us, and we were short by like 1. And then yeah, like game 2 was just a total mistake. Like that game 2 should not have happened. We should have mulliganed to 6, but I mean they had a pretty decent hand, but I think if we had not drawn like 4 lands and then kept 5 in our opening hand, like we probably could have beat it with like a decent hand. Like their hand wasn't nearly as good as it was in the first game, so I don't know. We were close, but it doesn't happen all the time, and yeah, it's unfortunate to like make those like misclicks and stuff, but that's part of playing on MTGO. Like you are, how many times on this channel have we played against opponents where that they make the misclick? Like, well, they can't undo it, and it's not like you can play like they didn't do it. So sometimes it's granted in your favor, and sometimes it goes against you. That's the perils of playing online. Like we don't have, yeah, I guess it's really hard to accidentally or in paper to like accidentally keep a hand that you didn't mean to keep. But I guess it's still theoretically possible. But it's I don't know if there's any media or any way to fix something like that in here. There are definitely some things that could be fixed in here, but like at some point, like misclicking is just going to be a thing that happens. So, well, we move past it. 4-1 is still not a bad result like with this deck. So, like I said, I'm pretty pleased with it. I don't know if I'd change a whole lot, but I think I would like to have 1 or 2 more creature interaction spells in the sideboard. Maybe I'll cut like one of these and 1 other card. I don't know if the Ratchet Bomb is like still super necessary, because Field of the Dead is gone now, so maybe we don't need these as many. Like maybe we could just keep 1 and then have like 2 rapid hybridizations. That could be fine. Especially if it's going to be more decks like the Green Devotion deck. Well, then like this kills off the Llanowars, I guess. And I guess what? They have Elfish Mystic too, so maybe we do want this on 1. I don't know. But the hybridization's also good because it can kill stuff like the Voracious Hydra, which I think is super important to kill that card. And I think the Spyglasses are also just going to be generically good in this format against like a lot of the black and white decks, or even like like against Control. Like you're really going to want to be able to shut down Planeswalkers or like Manlands or artifacts. Like maybe if you go up against like Aetherworks Marvel, this card's really important against that. Where I don't know if we need all these counter spells. Like maybe we could possibly trim like a Dispute too. That's reasonable because we still have 4 counter spells in the main deck, and now in the sideboard there's 2 Unsubstantiates, which sort of covers a little of the same ground. Like it's like a Remand basically. It's a Remand stapled to an Unsummon. So that's also a possibility. So maybe we just trim like 1 of these and 1 of these. I don't know. I might do that, but we'll have to see how it goes next time. But for right now, that's all I got for today. So thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for watching, and please, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the support you guys give me in the channel. Reading your reactions to this and seeing the likes on the video. Seeing all the subscribers, like that fills my heart with joy, and it's one of the things I love most about playing on MTGO is that everybody gets to enjoy it. So if I definitely would not be doing this online if it wasn't for the fact that you guys get to enjoy it. That's the honest truth. I much prefer to play in paper, but it's really hard to play competitively in paper across the internet, so this is kind of what we're given, and I want to make content for you guys. I enjoy doing it, so if you're enjoying it, please let me know. Like I said, I'm always open to criticisms and if suggestions. Yeah, just shoot me a message. I'm also on Twitter, Lord Magicus, and I regularly post updates to anything that's going on. If I'm going to be late on a video for some reason, or if I have a really funny meme that I want, like, I share all that stuff on there. So it's also a really great place to reach me at because I read that like every single day. So yeah, definitely follow me on Twitter, and yeah, that's all I got for now. So take it easy, everybody, and I will see you next time. And next time, I don't know what we're going to play yet, so I'm not going to make any promises, but yeah, over the next like 2 weeks, we should have some definitely more consistent content because I'm going to be off for a while on vacation for the rest of the year. So, all right, I will see you guys then. Bye.